Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Yvette Quale and I like to create craft tutorials for beadwork, junk journaling, paper crafting, and more. In today's video, I'm going to do a flip through of a completed journal that I've just done. I'm calling this Boho Meets Vintage Cookbook Theme Journal, and I will get into the details of the journal here in a little bit. I have had a couple people message me and ask about how I sell my journals, so I thought I would go over that a little bit today. I do sell my journals through Lindsey Zenor at nevermorecreations17.com. So it's a consignment shop and I send my journals there and then she sells them and keeps a commission for selling them. I have an agreement with Lindsey that if the journal sells outside of her shop, that's fine if it's from another source, like my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. So if you see something on here that you like and you want to get it before I mail it in, you can certainly message me and I'll let you know if that is still available or not. Otherwise, you can look for it in Lindsey's shop. You go to her shop and it is a website where she posts pictures of the journals that she has available from many different artists. And then when they sell, she marks it as sold. You can look in under journals and look under my name, Yvette Quale, like my channel. And that's where you'll find my journals. So it'll tell you if they're available or not. And then if you look in the supply section, I also from time to time send in handmade supplies for your journals. So if you're a journal maker or you have journals and you want to have journal cards or snippets or beaded tassels, things like that, I do send in supplies to her. So I'm a hand selected supplier. Lindsey has a few other ladies who also have supplies on there. So that's a great resource for not only my journals, but other journals and other supplies from other journal makers. So let's go ahead and look into this one. The cover is made out of a piece of fabric, of course. Well, maybe not, of course. I mean, I'm telling you. So it's chipboard base, and then I cover it with a little bit of batting and then with the fabric. And there's some vintage buttons on here. I'll take the tie off in a minute and we'll get into that a little bit more. That's just all the way around. As you can see, it has two signatures in there. And the front here has a crocheted tie. I just wrap that around a few times and that comes completely off. So as the journal gets a little bit fatter as it's added to, it will expand. So here on the cover, I'll try to get this on camera. Up here you can see a little bit of hand beading that I've done just in this bottom corner around these medallions to kind of bring out a little bit of that. And then all around the edge, I've done beadwork. So I do this on quite a few of my journals. You guys have probably seen that before if you've seen my journals, but I've started doing beadwork when I was about 11 years old. My mother taught me a lot of different, well, she taught me brick stitch and then a lot of different things. But anyway, I like to incorporate that in my journals. So on the cover here, we have a couple spots where I've got some of those vintage buttons, and then I just have a tassel here made out of some of the fabric and some laces and trim. And then here I have a separate piece that's beaded. You can take that off. You can take the whole thing off. And so we'll just scoot that out of the way and get into this journal. So the kit that I used on this, my friend purchased on Amazon. And if you look on Amazon under Cookbook Journal Kits, that's how I was able to find it. So she ordered a couple different kits. I did another video with one of the kits in there, and she ordered 3 kits and was going to use them in scrapbooking, and it didn't work out for her. So she went and gave those kits to me. So I've incorporated them here in the journal. So here in the front, I have a pocket that I've made out of, this is cardstock, and this is covered chipboard in cardstock here. And then where the signatures are sewn in, I also have cardstock covered there. And then also on the back, it's also covered in the same cardstock. So I made this little booklet here. And again, I've just tied that with a piece of string here. And I do have a tutorial on this. I will link that in the description box on how to make this little fold out. So it comes out like this, and these fold down. And there are some journal spots at the top and bottom here, and journal spots on the other side. And then inside I've got some cards. This is from the kit, these cards, and I've covered them in tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. And I've made a little pocket here that they slide in, and one on this side as well. And then down here and at the top in the pockets, I have a journal card in there as well. So they just kind of slide in, and I used whale tail tabs on there, and that made them look like mason jars. So I thought that was a really cute little way to do that. I put the tab on there and thought, oh wow, that looks like a, you guys probably know that. That's probably how it all started, right? And then up here, here's another journal card. And again, just tea dyed paper on the back. And they all just slide in there in the little pocket. And again, I'll link that tutorial in the description box if I can remember to do that. And then it just all folds up. And then put the string around there. I'll do that later so that you guys don't have to watch me do that on camera. And then that just slides right down into that pocket there once these cards are smushed in how they're supposed to be. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the page here. I've trimmed them out a little bit in lace here and there. This is just a little piece of ephemera that I had in my stash. A little bit of lace over tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. That was some Happy Mail that I received. And this is from the kit. And of course I got my hand doodling on there that I like to do that around the edges sometimes. These are also from the kit. And then I had a recipe book that my mom gave me, and it had some different kinds of recipes for soup and stew in there. So I stuck those in here. And then I made this journal card here. Let's pull that out. It just turns over there. And then on the back I have a piece of ephemera from the kit, and I've just made that to open up, and I thought, you know, a person could just put recipes in there as they wanted to. So as you guys know, I like to leave lots of room for journaling, but I do like to decorate, so I try to balance it out, and sometimes that's a challenge for me because I really like to decorate them. Again, a journal card here that just clipped on. Page from the kit. Another piece from the cookbook with a recipe on each side. It just slips into a belly band here. So very simple. This one I just kept really simple because I felt like that's what it was wanting me to do with it. And here I have a lace pocket with a recipe tucked in. Here I took two pieces of ephemera from the kit and just glued them on two sides here. And then I made some journal cards that just stick in there. Now we're into the second signature here. I have a side pocket. Again, with this is from the kit. I backed it in tea dyed paper, put some doodles on there. And a little corner tuck spot here with some journaling cards. And just a blank page to do what you want. This is from the kit as well. Also from the kit. Little belly band there. I just love that little teapot or coffee pot, so I had to get that in there. Side pocket over here and one over here. So really this is just a basic little journal, and then you can add your own touches to it. Just lots of space to write or clip on or write it in, add your own recipe cards, however you want to do it. This is a little flip up here. And then in the back I have a double, I guess you'd call it a pocket. It's actually a pocket and a belly band. So I took a lot of the ephemera, some scrap pieces of the tea dyed paper, put that in a pocket here and in a vellum envelope that I made. That just holds a lot of the little bits. They're not finished at all. They're just in there for you to use as you wish. This is a little booklet that I made. It just pops in there. And then there's again the beadwork down the side. Here's the back of the journal, which I just left blank. But I kind of like the beads down in the corner here, because when you're turning it, you kind of get that texture feel, and it's a really nice feel. So yeah, there's that journal. That'll be being sent off to Lindsey unless someone claims it before I send it off. And if you have any questions about anything, please leave a comment. I like to read comments, and I do comment back. And then I am shooting toward my goal of 800 subscribers. When I hit that goal, I will have a giveaway. And I'm not sure what I'm going to give away, but I'm thinking maybe something. I don't know yet, but I have something in mind. Anyway, so please, if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Also, I have a Buy Me a Coffee fund. I've had people ask me about if I have a Patreon account, and I do not. I have a Buy Me a Coffee account, and that starts out at $5. So you can just donate $5. It's basically a donation toward the content on my channel. So if you have any questions about that, you can look up Buy Me a Coffee online or follow the link in the description box, and that'll help you out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little flip through. I had a lot of fun making this journal. I'm working on some beaded tassels as well, and then I have another journal, another cookbook journal I'd like to work on, and I also have a Vincent van Gogh journal in the making. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.